Testing, testing, one, two, testing, one, two. Are we live? Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Eve here. Hope you all are doing well. Super excited to be back in the studio with another TOLTM conversation. Just want to check in with my sound to make sure that we can hear you speaking. Testing, one, two, testing, one, two. Let's see here. Hope you all are doing well. Hey, everybody. Know if you're coming in, tell me where you're coming in from, what city, what state, as we bring to you another TOLTM conversation. And just to let you know that if you have questions, please you use that chat. Utilizing the chat will I can see you, and that way I can answer any questions that you might have. Oh boy, I did not mean to put that up there as my. That's not my title today, y'all. Let me get this title straight because I just gave y'all the whole Zoom link. That is not what this is supposed to be looking like. So we're going to edit real quick and put the title up there correctly because that was the whole Zoom link. But y'all more than welcome to come up here live with me if you want to have a little chat. But that is not the name of our live for today. Is the Grounded Path, where land, legacy, and liberation meets. We're talking again. This is a part of our land series. We are being informative about what are our options in this time that we are living in, and how should we be preparing as a people to have food security for our families. So again, I am checking in. If you can hear me, thumbs up me, thumbs up, thumbs up. I need to know that you can hear me. Let's save this really quickly. And let's see if the title has changed. Let's see what we're looking at now. Live streaming. Yes, it has changed. Yes, so we are live, and want to check in to see if it looks like it's kind of stalled though over here. I just want to make sure that we are good, that we are good to go before I continue this live. How y'all doing out there though, y'all? The pollen is wreaking havoc. Anybody else have a little bit of a scratchiness? Well, we're gonna bless God to heal us, right? We know that there is something going on in the environment, so we're not gonna blame it on the enemy. We just gonna make sure that we are doing what we can to make sure that we're okay. One of the ways that I deal with the combat pollen is I gargle with some Listerine. Everybody, get you some Listerine and gargle because you need to make sure that you maintain your health. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Again, I'm checking in on this sound. If you can hear me, just thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me out there. My throat is a little sore today. So we're going to work through that challenge because we're going to get this live done uh, regardless because I am a stickler for consistency. We are a little late today, but I have someone in. I had a contractor here today working on these lines, some of these lines, and so I wanted to make sure that he was okay out there outdoors. So again, I can see that we are running, but I want to make sure that you can hear me. That's the goal. Testing, one, two, testing. One, two. Let's go. Where are you located on this live? Live? Where are my live videos? Testing. One, two. Testing. One, two. Testing. There we go. You can hear me. Okay. All right, let's get right into it, everyone. Um, Again, I'm Dr. Eve, excited to be back before you again. Welcome to another TOLTM conversation. Today's podcast is about the grounded path. Real Agri Talk with Dr. Eve. We're talking about policy, people, and the promise of land. What this week's news means for emerging landowners or those who are seeking land, right? Welcome to the Grounded Path, where land, legacy, and liberation meet. I'm Dr. Eve Angel Savage, your community health and human service educator, social worker, homesteader, and your guide into the world of real agri entrepreneurship and sustainable living for you, your family, your community, and the world that we live in. If you're an ethical helping professional ready to plant new seeds, helping professional or not, maybe you're just an individual who just wants to help your community, help your own family, right? So a ethical helping professional ready to plant new seeds in a home economy. This space was cultivated just for you. Today, we're diving into some headlines, shaking the soil, quite literally, for emerging farmers and landowners in the US. Let's talk policy, people, and the promise of the land, and what this week's news means for your plans. Up number one is the export threat, tariffs, and farmers' bottom line. First up, trade tensions. This week in the U.S. Trade Representative proposed a hefty fee of up to 1.5 million on Chinese-built ships entering American ports. Why does this matter to you as a future landowner or value-added producer? Because shipping costs could skyrocket, impacting U.S. agricultural exports like wheat, soybeans, corn. For those of you considering bulk shipping, value added exports, or international trade, this is a red flag. Diversification and local market resilience will be key to weathering what could be another squeeze on small scale producers, right? So we must be in tune with what's happening in the news. Then we have confidence. Confidence is currency, you guys. What a 12-year low means for farm economics. Let's go. Consumer confidence has plummeted to its lowest point in 12 years. That's more than just a number. It's a reflection of how everyday Americans feel about their job prospects, buying power, and spending behavior. If you're looking at on farm improvements like agritourism or farm to table services, this sentiment matters. A wary consumer is less likely to spend on experiences or niche goods. My advice: double down on community engagement, your loyalty programs, and local partnerships to stabilize your revenue base. Very, very critical. And you can do this utilizing a feature that I often use, which is understanding where your industry meets at every intersection of our society. It will help you to develop and have more conversations and double down on that community engagement, development of loyalty programs, and your local partnerships to stabilize your revenue base. Next up in the news is Black farmers, budget cuts, and the battle for equity. Now, this one hits home. The USDA's recent funding cuts have hit Black-led farming organizations and initiatives very hard. Programs that supported urban agricultural training, land access, and equity building efforts are being scaled back or even, in some cases, disappearing. As someone who's walked the line between managed care and agriculture, I want to stress this is where our advocacy matters. Your voice in local policy making, cooperative building, and funding allocation is part of your legacy. Don't just buy land, build power. Now, what does this look like? You want to make sure you understand again agriculture at the intersection of policy. What that will do is it will give you local, state, and federal policies that you should care about as it relates to agriculture, Black farming, budget cuts, and the battle for equity. This is why, again, the intersectionality is so very important. In segment 4, on ground, labor aid, and what to watch. Here we go. There's 3 quick headlines you need to keep in your toolkit. Number 1, labor market shift. Job growth is slowing down. And that may sound bad, but it could make it easier to find skilled or semi-skilled workers for agricultural jobs if industries continue to contract. I certainly will. One of my favorite tools in my toolkit is a source called PeopleSource. It's an outsourced agency that whenever I need to, and I've built relationships with, I am able to plug into my PeopleSoft relationship and get somebody on a moment's notice. So when you're thinking about the labor market shift, we must also be developing our own community so that we have contractors, we have the individuals that we need on our list. We've already interviewed them. They're on our Rolodex, old fashioned Rolodexes. They're on speed dial. How about that? Another quick headline you need to keep in your toolkit is food aid cuts. Local food programs are drying up. This increases the demand for regional food systems. For you, that's a value add opportunity to fill gaps. For me, as a managed care helping professional and ethical helping professional, I grow seedlings. I grow them. We're going to pop up. Our first launch is coming up April 12th. I'm so excited. Our seedlings are absolutely beautiful. Dark green leafy vegetables. We want to make sure that we at least make available the food to combat food insecurities for our neighbors. So that's one of the things that I am doing, understanding these food aid cuts, understanding that how do we help our community to learn to increase their capacity to grow food so that they too can have healthier options, food and healthier options. So that's one of the ways that we are adding value to the opportunity to fill any gaps that may be occurring in our communities right now. Third quick headline is the NIFA leadership. The USD just appointed Dr. Jay Hamby to lead agricultural innovation. Keep an eye on funding and training initiatives that may benefit beginning or underrepresented farmers, right? You want to keep your eye on what's shifting, what's happening, what do they care about in this moment? And farming is definitely one of those things, okay? So without a shadow of a doubt, be in the know about how you can food insecurity is one of the issues that we are combating on our tour. To redefine well-being as the highest form of equity. We're doing that by way of economic security, safe neighborhoods and built environments, all the things, education, healthcare, all the things that we need to be concerned about as it relates to totality of our well-being. Some other seeds of wisdom. So, what does all this mean for you, my fellow visionaries, land-bound listener? Here are today's seeds of wisdom. Diversify, diversify, diversify. I cannot say this enough. Diversify your income streams. Don't rely on a single crop or a single method. Think farm stays, wellness retreats, food preserves, or education if you're in the agriculture industry. If you're a managed care professional, you want to think about how you can take what you own, your knowledge, your understanding, and wisdom, and create a road to success for yourself. If you are connected to me, you are connected to a powerful source. I am here to support you as you grow and diversify your income, whether that's in agriculture, managed care, education, across these intersections. I just happen to be in a place called agriculture because everything in the world derives from agriculture, you guys. And we're going to be showing you this in the days to come. So, another seed of wisdom is local is leverage. Build strong ties with your local market. You know, never ever think that, everything begins local. While we watch everything at the federal level, at the end of the day, your local community matters. The most decisions that you should care about should be the ones at home, right? The ones in your local community and your state level, because those are the ones that are going to impact you the most. Because our governors are our state leaders who their whatever they decisions they make short of their desire to run for president would affect your community, your local community. So you must be connected to your local market. Build strong ties with your local market. National policy can shift, but the neighbors buying your products, your body cream, your healthcare cream, your hair products, all of this is agriculture. Your clothing, your plants, whatever that is, your wood products, your art, all of these things derive from a thread somewhere or a derivative of agricultural fibers, right? So we want to make sure that we are not misplacing the information and that we are really staying in tune that this is a market, you guys, that perhaps you need to connect to, right? So local, so let's make sure that you're doing that, staying local, not but being global, staying local, but thinking global, right? Because I am a globalpreneur. I have traveled around the entire world, and I'm excited to be in this space and have had the opportunity to share my story, going from a 9 to 5, making the decision to just leave, quadrupling my salary at that point. Now I'm leaning into retirement, into a life that, is specific and for me. The next area of wisdom is policy is part of the work. You want to stay aware. Again, we talked about that earlier. You want to stay aware. You want to engage. Your voice shapes the future of, of the justice you care about, whether that's farming justice or land access. We know that many people are struggling right now, not just with food insecurity, but with homes, shelter, waters, energy, all of these things. These are essential to our well being. And we must care about conservation and water. We must care about shelter and housing. We must care about all of these things: energy, solar energy, wind, in solar, electricity, wind, all of the things. And most importantly, our food, right? I believe that in the days to come, that we're really going to begin to see how how much food has played on the illnesses of individuals. And as we move through the processes of trying to convert ourselves more to eating whole God's food, right? Another note of wisdom for you, or seed of wisdom, is resilience is revolutionary, y'all. Amid this uncertainty, keep going. We are not only reimagining, not just farming, but freedom and healing in our freedom. So I'm so excited to be here with you all to have this another TOLTM conversation. I thank you for tuning in to the TOLTM and this episode, The Grounded Path, Be sure to share, subscribe, and with a fellow change agent and follow me on the journey. If you are in need of support on this day, we have got opportunities to assist you. Want help assisting farmland or building your home economy, or even looking for, ideal, we buy and sell. We buy and sell property. So, or land. So if that is something that you are in need of, hit us up, www.theevangelsavage.com. Book a 90-day real agri strategy. You can get your 60-minute assessment. If you get a 60-minute assessment and you decide you want a 90-day real agri strategy, then that will count towards your 90-day real agri strategy, just to give you a little extra boost to get started, right? So until next time, everybody, I want you to keep planting seeds of purpose. The land is absolutely listening. And until next time, I want you to have the most beautiful day. And whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God